The funding and sponsorship of LGBT plus promotion in Nigeria is real and it's an issue that we should talk about. That's the theme for the week. And this video right here is just to introduce that theme, bring the discussion to the fore. It's so sad that the relevant issues that should be spoken about and be talked about in public or in the media as regards to the LGBT plus community doesn't make rounds in the media. It's always the sensational stuff. It's always when somebody is outing somebody for being gay, or when somebody is talking about, or when a blogger brings out a list of people who are being suspected that they are gay, or controversial stuff as regards begin the LGBT plus. That's what makes, that's what trends and makes rounds in the media. But when it comes to real issues, we don't see all of that representation. And we need to start paying attention because our health is at risk. Our humanity is at risk. None and posterity is honestly at risk. First of all, let's talk about HIV in Nigeria. A key population for the spread of HIV in Nigeria are men who sleep with men. This is a wide spectrum of men. These are men who are gay, men who are bisexual, men who did for transactional reasons, men who did just to explore with their sexuality or for whatever reason that it may be. It's just simply men who sleep with men. So we cannot talk about HIV prevention, intervention, prevalence in Nigeria without talking about this key population of people. And how can I talk about this key population of people, men who sleep with men, without talking about the LGBT plus community? Make it make sense. It is been speculated that Nigeria has collected millions of dollars by the Global Fund for the intervention of the spread of HIV amongst gay men. Nothing was done. And in that time, like we would see in the course of this discussion, Nigeria is about to criminalize homosexuality. And yes, we've criminalized this law, but this law comes with a lot of blind spots. Yes, this law upholds in our cultural values and religious belief against the practice of homosexuality. But there are a lot of blind spots that this law comes, and that's why I continue to say that we need to make provisions to this law. Otherwise, we will have ourselves to blame. It is time for us to revisit the issue of homosexuality because we're not living in a time that the things that we stood against for and the things that we thought I would do, whether as governments, they've not been transparent and accountable as regards to the funds they've collected in helping these people. Whatever we've done in time past regards to funding of, trying to HIV intervention for this group of people, now they're having the last life in society. And we're having external organizations support LGBT plus promotion in Nigeria. But then what about our health? What about HIV prevention? What about this key population of people? What are we doing? What are we doing to address the issue of homosexuality? Because posterity will ask us. It's time for us to revisit this issue. Stay locked on the conversation. There's more to come. Cheers.